Hello, happy Friday, everyone. It is Travel Quest Network's Weekly Chatter Live. How do you like that? Hi, I am one of your hosts, Joshua Harrell, and this is my co-pilot.
I am Joshua's partner in crime, Jason Block. I am so excited that you are here live with us.
Yes, and you know
For the
they're
Weekly
live
Chatter.
because now you have had control over the chat.
Give me control.
Yeah, like I didn't realize I had such control issues, but it's been, if you've watched
Now-
over the last few weeks, since he's been doing the chat, I'm like this while he's reading it. It's, it's years like I've been doing it.
Now
so.
look, let's be fair here. I did not demand control of it, number one.
No, he did not. He did not demand.
And number two, I think anybody who knows you knows you expect a certain standard. And I don't think that that's control issues per se. It's just a defined view of the way things should be.
Oh. Take a letter, Evan. I think I liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, for all the tomfoolery aside, this is the Travel Quest Network's Weekly Chatter Live. And if you are one of our returning audience members who joins us live, we're so happy to see you, and we know that you are in our members-only Facebook group, chattering it up. So we're going to be popping over to the chats and hearing what's going on with you, wins, challenges,
Already popping.
or mischief that one might be getting up to. I don't know, on a golf course, I think I might have heard. So that's where that's going to be at. Or you could be watching this on demand or listening to this on one of your favorite podcasting stations. So the one thing that I just ask you to do, wherever you're watching this, if you can like, subscribe, give us some love. Hey, we're broadcasting around the world, and this is serious news, as you can tell by our surroundings. So welcome to the Weekly Chatter Live lounge.
Let's do it.
It's a lounge.
It does have like that, lounge playhouse kind of feel.
But not Pee-wee's Playhouse
Well,
feel. Like, I don't want
I
to...
wasn't gonna go there.
Yeah, but when you said Playhouse, that's where I went.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of like, I don't know.
it's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
It is.
And we have to thank our contributors to the travel wall back here. Because, yes, Amazon, my friend Amazon, helped out a little bit to get us started.
Do you get a Christmas card from Jeff Bezos?
He and I are like this. He's like, yeah.
He named one of his yachts after you.
I'm the godfather of one of his ships. I think that's a thing. But yeah, so have to thank many contributors to the travel wall, because I just can't wait to see over the next couple of years how full that can get. But most recently, we have this beautiful tiki from Aloha Rebecca. So on her last trip to Hawaii. Anyway, I wanted to acknowledge that.
How you doing?
I am really exhausted, and I'm going to tell everybody why. I thought it would be wise to go to Travel Age West's Wave Awards, which were last night, and they're notorious for being very long. I've always heard that it's very long, and yeah.
Well, that's the rep. It's like the Oscars, and then there's the Travel Age West Wave Awards.
Yes.
As the long award shows.
Yes. So I decided I was going to do it all in under 12 hours. So,
Whirlwind.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind. So I flew in on the official red eye.
Nice.
And I was actually sitting outside in the car, out in the office, and you said, "How's that red eye flight coming?" And I was already here, but man, apparently there was bad weather and it was very choppy. But I did not wake up until about 10 minutes before landing, so I missed it.
I am very jealous of you that you can sleep on a plane.
Really? You can't sleep?
Oh no, it's no.
Oh, I mean, it's not pretty. I will say that I've been like, oh, sorry, or I'll be like,
No, but yeah, I can't get a wink. Like I'll just like drift off for like 5 minutes, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, maybe I slept for like an hour and I look at my watch. It's been 5 minutes. I'm like,
Oh. Can you sleep? Can you guys sleep on a plane?
anybody have any tips? I haven't tried Ambien, but that might be next. I'm kind of afraid what will happen, though, honestly.
Well, I'm just going to tell you about somebody we both know that was on like an Emirates flight and was not in first class, took an Ambien, and woke up in first class, buckled in with a blanket. So I don't know about that. Yeah.
See, exactly. That's what scares me.
You don't want to be that guy.
No, and I don't.
Oh my goodness. Well, what's going on in the chat over there?
Oh, let's see. A lot of people saying hi, happy Friday. Alan is at the golf course, enjoying some beverages. I won't put it on record what kind. Let's see here. Debbie says hi from Squim. Did I get that right?
Squib, you got it right the
Nailed
first
it.
time. Oh my
Nailed it.
God, he nailed it.
But it's drizzly, raining, but at least it's clearing out the wildfires.
Well, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to joke about wildfires.
No.
So I'm glad that it is. However, I do find it interesting. In Atlanta, we don't talk about the weather. But I feel like especially Minnesota, Wisconsin, Swim, I mean, it's about the weather.
Well,
But here we don't talk about it. It's just hot. We just like
Usually.
it is what it is. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Unless it snows, and then we're like, oh my God,
Then it's like everybody freak out.
it's an apocalypse.
Yes. Yeah. But summer is here. It's getting hot.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here.
See, Alan says, love the new logo.
It's actually a title card, so just want to
A title card?
A title card. It's not a logo. It's
All
a
right, you
title
hear that,
card.
Alan? It is a title card.
Yes. Yeah. And I want to say that when I shared it, well, actually, our team shared it on our social media, and then I reshared it. And Nate from Mountain Man Travels decided he was going to have like a little marketing dig at me and say that it's not on brand. It wasn't the brand colors.
Oh.
And I had to point out to him that we have a lot of colors in our brand palette. And I think he said something like touche. He didn't really say that, but it was essentially that I'm drilling down.
He was giving you a pass.
Yes, he was giving me a pass. Yes.
Good. Good. That was
But
a
I'm glad you
good
like
one.
it. I just have to say, so this has been in the works. So I'm looking over here at Evan. Evan is behind. He's our content manager, but he's behind the scenes producing our show. And love, if you like where the show has been going lately, I have to give it up to Evan because he jumped in with both feet. Yeah! And that's actually his voice. He recorded that. So just imagine a little tiny person saying, "Yeehaw!" That's him.
He's actually under the desk.
Yeah, he is. He's right there. He's actually right behind the camera right there. But he came up with this idea based on a retro TV show he saw called The Nanny. A retro TV show,
well, yeah.
which absolutely made me feel
That'll make you feel
old.
young, right?
So he works with the designers and pretty much nailed it right on. You look like this handsome cherub, and I look like a maniacal,
You're
like
like a cross between Harry Carey and I don't know who.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to quite go there, but I
Hey.
definitely look like Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation with my chain across. But anyway,
You have been known to don the jewelry.
I know, but I've never worn that. I will do anything, but I won't do that. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, back to the
Back
chat.
to the chat,
So,
right, it's the chatter.
Anna, her win working on a proposal right this very second while watching this. Challenge 4-year-olds having some health issues with tonsils and tubes.
Oh.
That is not fun.
No.
That is not fun. So good luck with that, Anna.
I just want to point out, though, that when we did our core summit, and that was a full day of content where we were going over sales plans and then your marketing plan. So a very long day, very deep topics.
Yeah.
Got great feedback from it. But a couple of our members were doing this and doing a lot of the hard work and still working on proposals on the side. So I don't know the multitasking thing. I mean,
It's impressive.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
And if you've got a child that's going through some issues, then wow.
Yeah. Teresa says, happy Friday. Sorry to miss out, but we're back at the vet hospital with their dog. That's no fun either. Sorry to hear about that, Teresa. Hannah, happy Friday. It's been a busy week. Wins repeat clients inquiring about 2024 travel, and wrapped up documents for her next clients traveling, and got the last piece of her safari booked with GoAway Challenge. Groups immersion filled up faster than she could get out of her previous engagement. So she's sad about that. Groups have been hard to self-teach.
Yeah. I'm not going to give away anything there. So.
Okay. Kelly says, my first time watching live. So
What?
excited. Yes. Welcome in, Kelly.
Kelly, we are so glad to have you. This is going to be the most entertainment that you have all week.
That's a big promise. That's a big promise.
I just
Lots of other happy Fridays from all of our crew here. Bill says today is National Donald Duck Day. And Donald Duck, guess how old Donald Duck is? This is just for Joshua, 'cause you can all
Wait
see
a minute. Donald Duck.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I can do the maths, but 1936?
Okay.
Do we think he was around then?
That's probably close. How many years do you think that is?
Just
Why 36? Is that like
I
a
don't
date
know
of
why.
significance
I
or
don't
just
know why.
random?
No, it couldn't have been.
Okay, the answer is 89. Donald Duck would be 89 today.
Do the math. Quick. Okay.
Stacy?
But I want to stop on Bill
Okay.
because Bill.
Oh, yeah.
I have to tell you this, and it really breaks my heart to tell you this. So, Aurelia, who manages our member experience team, she knew last Friday it was National Donut Day. And she bought donuts for the office. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if Bill is going to call this out. So I had donuts on the ready for you, okay? And then you never said anything. And so the donuts just stayed there. Well, they didn't just stay there. I will say that before I left the office,
you eat
I
them?
shoved them in my mouth. They've been sitting out the whole day. And then I looked into some email I didn't have access to, and he knew he was going to be out, and so he gave us.
He gave you.
So, Bill, we appreciate you, and I am just telling you that we were thinking about you the whole day, and then I feel like a real jerk face. So I should have just gotten the donuts out and said we beat Bill to it, but I don't know.
Next time.
Stacy,
win for the week. Got a new client through a referral and booked them on a cruise. That's awesome, Stacy. Challenge for the week. Just finding time to get things done, and that is a common challenge. And
well, and he's got a lot going on with his life because I follow him on Facebook, and he's got new family members. So I know he's busy, but
right.
yeah.
Randy got 2 leads, booked a Disney cruise, first one. That's
Oh,
cool, Randy.
congratulations!
Our Paul has 3 waves emojis. I'm not sure what that is, but hang loose, Paul.
Maybe he was commenting on the Wave Awards.
Oh, could be. Let's see. Cheyenne says she can't sleep on a plane either, unless it's first class. Well, at least no, I'm not the only one, so that's good. Rebecca finished training with her new sub-agent, and she's getting started with her training in WorldVia Pro. That's awesome. She was also able to get registered for Travel Quest World, which is exciting.
Yay!
Because, I'll say again, we talked about it last week, but we backed up the Brinks truck because of the length of the wait list and the number of folks who said they wanted to come. We backed up the truck and went to the Waldorf Astoria and said, we need more space. And they made us sign in blood to guarantee said space.
You
so
made
we're
it sound.
excited.
You made it sound like we broke into the Waldorf.
No, we had to
when you
give
said
them the
Yeah,
Brinks
I got
truck.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, are we like hijacking the truck here?
Well, if-
I've watched
if-
Ocean's 11 or whatever it was called. Yeah, so we had a pretty big wait list for Travel
We
Quest
did.
World. It is now open, and until Monday, if you are a member of Travel Quest Network, you can get the early bird pricing, which is
Oh, we're still giving the early bird, huh?
yeah, we extended it until the 12th.
Okay.
After that, then it goes to regular pricing. So if you
Get in
want
now.
to, get in there now. And it's exciting. And we have so many partners who are joining us. And that was a great thing. I mean, I know I was fussing about the Wave Awards being long. But what I love about these award programs within the industry is you get to reconnect with supplier partners and your friends in person. And so many of our partners are coming to Travel Quest World. So it's exciting.
Yes. Stacy, Regina, they cannot sleep on planes. Our Erica says, though, she can't stay awake. So she's immediately out on a plane. I am very jealous.
The moment the person is in the window seat or whatever, if there's whatever the configuration is, and I buckle that seat, I'm down.
Really?
Like unless I am going to use
too,
it.
Evan?
Evan?
Evan's
Yeah.
not yet.
But
I'm
there's a
jealous,
peace
jealous,
of
jealous.
mind of, and then when that person taps me on the knee so
what
they
do
can
what do you
use
do
the
when they wake
toilet,
you up and
I
like,
am
hey, I
so
gotta go to the restroom?
I'm angry at them. I'm like, you should have gotten an aisle seat if you were going to have to use the restroom. I have standards.
Okay.
No, that's usually when I catch the drool, so I'm kind of glad they woke me up.
Rebecca can't sleep either. Jennifer made Super Agent today. That's something we've talked a lot about this year so far.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well done.
Yeah, so if you don't know what it's about, because we do
what
have
is Super
people
Agent?
who are watching us who are not members of Travel Quest Network, so
Or new,
we can
or-
explain, or new. So part of being a member of Travel Quest Network is you get access to a lead generation program on travelleaders.com, and it's called Agent Profiler, so you can have a profile, you can have multiple profiles, kind of expand your online presence immediately on the travelleaders.com platform. And if you just have a nice, robust profile utilizing all the special segments that you get access to with Agent Profiler Plus, which is what you have access to as a part of our network, then you automatically get upgraded to Super Agent, and that gives you a nice little superhero icon at the top, which helps you stand out if somebody lands on your page. And if anybody's searching for agents on their site, it kind of raises you up in the ranking. But it's a big deal when you hit it. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not just, put a picture up. You do have to get
There's
so
some
many
steps.
reviews. You have to build out your profile, but it's all helpful stuff. So always happy. And I know our Austin, one of our members, Austin, he just got it this week and posted. So proud of our super agents. We already knew you were superheroes, but now you're super agents.
That's terrific.
Yeah, girl.
That's terrific. Lots more folks saying hi and they can't sleep on planes. Except one time where, this is from Hannah, she fell asleep on someone's shoulder and they were not traveling together. Which reminds me of a story. Speaking of red eye, so I was in my early 20s, right? In my first real job. And I had gone to Vegas. I was living in D.C., working in D.C., went to Vegas with some friends. We went for a few days. And I flew back the red eye Sunday night, like landing Monday morning. And, I had very, very little money flying in the back of the bus. And the flights from Vegas, it leaves like at 11 at night or whatever, and everyone's just loaded. And this couple, they sit down next to me, and I'm in the window.
Okay.
And the lady sits in the middle, and, not to, like, shame anybody, but she was bigger than me.
Okay.
And both of them were just sloppy drunk. I mean, to the point, like, if they were at a bar, they would no longer be allowed to be served. The lady, and they smelled just awful. Just terrible. It's an overnight flight, right? And I got to go right into the office when I land. This lady is sleeping on top of me, not only, like, with her head on my shoulder, but, like, her arm over me. And just kind of like drooling on me, and her husband's passed out in the aisle seat, and she's like laying on top of me. It was the most awful flight ever. And then when we landed in Baltimore, I flew into BWI,
Okay.
and this is shortly after 9/11, there was a bomb threat at BWI, so the airport locked down, and we had to sit in the plane for like 2.5 hours before they let us off. because the concourse was locked down.
But the colorful way that you described the smells
Oh,
and
it was-
everything, I bet when that gate agent opens that door
Oh,
from
my
a
God.
Vegas flight in the evening,
They
it's
must
like,
have like a special barf bag unit that comes on to clean that plane, because I mean it smelled like the floor of a brewery or a bar after it had been rocking for a week. Oh, it was terrible. Anyway, I
yeah.
think that was the last time I flew Southwest as well.
all right, well, let's
Just saying. Not that it was Southwest's fault. They're lovely. Okay.
Okay, but just on that note, before I just want to on that note. So one time I was legitimately sick on a plane, not because of the flight. I think I just had a bug or whatever, and it was like dark. It was the evening flight, and I went. The toilet was locked. Somebody was in there, and I looked at the flight attendant and I said, "I'm not right." And she pulled out one of the trolleys that they use that was like locked up. She pulled it out. She shoved me down and put a plastic bag under there. Like she did it. I was able to handle everything, and then she was like, "No worries, bye. Here's some ginger ale," and I was gone. I was so amazed at that skill. I mean, that obviously had not been her first time doing it, but I mean,
Wow.
it was like trolleys were gone, and I was
like
down
a
in the corner. I thought,
Air trolley jiu-jitsu move.
yeah. I mean, they can like tie you up and stuff. So I wasn't sure if she was gonna punish me or what. Okay,
That's a
moving on.
different
That
ticket.
was that was
It's
a
a different
totally
ticket.
totally different ticket. So it is the summer. Kids are out of school. Although they might be studying for their exams online. I mean, they could be. I'm just saying. But even though the kids are out of school, now this is the time for you to get in and educate, sharpen the tools, sharpen the saw.
Sharpen that saw.
Yeah, Rebecca was saying that she was in pro,
Yep.
doing her passport courses, and she's got the sub-agent
Yep.
doing that as well. So, this is the time. If you, now some people are super busy right now, but if you are not, make time to not only learn more about different products that you maybe want to expand your repertoire or brands, but also tools, and even get motivated. I mean, that's a thing too. Just every once in a while, you can kind of get into a funk. You got into this for something, so or for some reason, so maybe reignite to that passion. But even though the kids are out, you can get back into school, and we've got quite a lot on deck for. But we have someone else coming in to talk about that. So
Yeah. Stay
Yes.
tuned.
Yeah,
Eric will
stay
be here in a
tuned.
little while.
Yeah, she'll be here in a little bit. All right. Well, I think a little birdie just told me that there's something brewing in Tyler, Texas, and ready for us.
Oh.
So, Miss Velma, are you there?
I am here, but I'm not brewing.
Oh, are you percolating?
I could be percolating,
Cooking.
but never brewing. No.
Never brewing. I
Hey,
love it.
I got a sleep on the plane story. Can I tell it?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. So several years ago, I was flying to London alone, and I felt very lucky that I had snagged a bulkhead seat because I was in coach. And I sat down and I had a book I was going to read, and I was going to get a drink, and I was just so happy. And a lady sat down next to me with a baby and said, "I'm sorry, could you hold my baby for a few minutes? I just don't feel very well." And I said, "Okay." So she hands me the baby and says, "And here's all his food and his stuff." She passed out, you could not have woken that lady up with a bomb. I mean, she went sound asleep. I'm here with this baby. And I call the flight attendant over and I say, "This is not my baby. And I can't wake her up. And I would like to give her baby back to her."
I'd like
And
to.
the flight attendant tried to wake her up. And this lady kind of like, "I'm going to be sick. Leave me alone." And the flight attendant's like, "I don't want anybody sick. You just keep the baby." I kept that baby for an 8-hour flight nonstop to London. And it was a happy little baby boy, and he bounced, and I fed him, and I changed his diaper, and he was bouncing, bouncing. He bounced and hit me in the mouth and busted my lip, and blood was everywhere. And I
Well,
finally got to London, and oh my gosh, I could not believe it.
what did the
Things
lady
happen.
say when she woke up?
We were landing, and I poked her again, and she wakes up, and I said, "We're here," and she went, "Oh, I feel so much better. Thank you. Here, I'll take him back now."
I, I,
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I had that busted lip for like a week. You know how that'll make your mouth. It was all swollen. I
I,
had to. I had to meet hotel managers and sign contracts for groups, and this busted mouth. They probably thought I was an abused wife or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Sales for the week.
okay, please pull up from this. Yes,
Okay.
Wow. All
let's
right,
talk about
what do we got?
sales. Let's talk
Sales.
about
All right.
sales and revenue.
Sales and revenue. It was a good week, very good week. In the number 3 slot, gross sales for the week 70,961, and revenue, weekly revenue. Always want to point that out. This is just 1 week, Joshua. Just one
And
week.
one agent. This
One
is
agent,
not. This
1
isn't
week.
agency based. Okay.
This is true. One agent, 1 week. $12,431. A
Wow.
good week. Good
It's
week.
a great week.
And this agent, this member sold Beds Online, Classic Vacations, Delta Vacations, and a whole lot of Expedia. I mean, I didn't even want to count them. Whole lot of them.
Wow.
Okay, so in the number 2 spot, 116,636 gross sales. The revenue for the week, 13,728. And this was pretty much all airline tickets with service fees charged on these airline tickets. Lots. There must have been 3 groups. There were pages of ticketing. So,
Wow.
Nice.
yes. Yes, nice, nice, nice.
There is
Now,
money in air. We keep reminding
there is
everybody.
money. Yes, there is. And then in the number 1 slot,
Ba-ba.
124,538 gross sales, and a weekly revenue of 17,173. And this member, who I want to mention, is new to Travel Quest. She's, in fact, this is, I think today might be around her 1 month anniversary with us. And the second time she's been in the top sales. I'm
Wow.
super impressed. She sold to this week's revenue was 6 customers that she sold, and she sold them insurance, Allianz, Oceana, Regent, and Funjet.
Very
That's
nice.
yeah, quite the blend there.
Oh, Evan, I just love Evan.
It's like he's there talking, like all those little sound effects. Like
They'll have words. that
they
go
all
with
there's a dual meaning to every single
I
one.
just feel like he's present everywhere, just in the air. Yeah.
All right, steady.
So
Calm
I
down.
wanted to. I also want to point out that I always like to compare tours and cruises. It's just very interesting to me. And tours, the total for the weekly revenue for tours was just a little higher than cruises,
Okay.
but it took 822 of those tours to make about 264 cruise bookings. So
Wow.
once again, selling cruises is where it's at if you want to make a lot of money, I think.
Yeah. No, that's the second week that you've really highlighted that. Just, I mean, it's. I think that's just something interesting to point out. There are definitely people who have drunk the Kool-Aid on cruises and they're already there. But when you do look at what you can make on a cruise, that's a big deal.
Yes.
That's excellent. Now, I just want to just between you and I, in our secret language, this person who was number one again, this is somebody that you've known for a while, right?
I trained her.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I'm just saying. I wanted to. I had a feeling. I had a feeling I was right on that. So I
Years
just
and
wanted to
years
point
ago.
out.
Yeah, many, 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 many years ago. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, when Velma talks and you listen,
Good things happen.
yeah, make it rain. That's what you do.
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
Well, Velma, as always, thank you for bringing the fun and bringing the numbers and pointing out just how profitable it can be selling the right products to the right people. Right?
Yep.
That's
you got
right.
it.
That's right. All right.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Velma.
y'all. Bye.
You too.
Bye. Take care. I just adore her.
Yes.
But she's been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
And she cares so much about all the little details that goes into running your travel business.
Yep.
She's been there, she's done that before. But then she can also, I think she could be like, I don't know, I feel like she should have, in her office, she should have one of those shays. So you could come and talk to her about your business, and then she'd also get
Right.
you thinking right. That's her
Yeah, absolutely.
gift. That's her language. Shays. I don't know. I heard you're not supposed to call it a chaise lounge
Why not?
because apparently that's it's like an unnecessary word. No, I don't know if that's true, but somebody told me once, and that stuck in my head. It's a chaise. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
I mean, I don't speak French or Italian. I think that's French. Anyway,
I don't know.
He's laughing at me. That's fantastic. Yeah. Let's see here. What if I know we can go to the chat, but a question that we wanted to ask. A lot of times we ask about booking trends. What are people asking for right now? What are you booking right now? But a few months ago, or even a year ago, you might have already booked this. So where are some of your clients right now? What's the popular spot? Share in the chat if you've got people traveling right now. Where are they? And I just out of curiosity.
Just want to take the pulse.
Yeah, it's a pulse of. I mean, it's not booking trends. It's where are they right now?
Yeah.
Just like to know, because I might want to plan a last minute vacation. What were the suggestions when I said where would everybody like to go if they went to travel
They
with
were
me?
all over the board.
Yeah, they were, but Tokyo Disney came
Iceland
up a lot.
was there. Tokyo Disney was there.
Yeah,
I don't
but that came up several times.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember.
I feel like that's in my path. Anyway. All right. So let's see. We've got some wildfires in the Northeast, like we were talking about with Debbie, and wanted to know: Are you guys having to deal with how has that impacted travel, and is it impacting your business right now? Is there anything going on with that? I mean, it's something that out of sight, out of mind for a lot of people. Right. You don't have if you don't have to think about it. California always has to deal with wildfires all the time.
Right.
I mean, that's just a thing they're used to. But
It's definitely impacting some flight schedules, but
yeah,
I'm curious. How's it impacting you?
yeah. Are you even noticing added stress around that? That I'd be curious about. But if Debbie is saying that the rain is coming, squash that a little bit. I don't know. All right, so while you guys think about that, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but these fish and jellyfish back here going at it, they are so loud. Do you hear it as loud as I do?
Well, I probably will now.
I mean, they're like, it's hopping back there, thanks to Relia. But this is the part in the show where we get to go. We were just in Texas. Now we get to go to the Garden State.
Yeah, and
Wait a
there's
minute.
There's a comment in the
Okay.
chat from Hannah. Signal What You Sell has been super inspiring. I made a video this week, which she never does, talking about her favorite travel essentials. And she said it was definitely too kooky for QVC, but it was fun to try something new, and the feedback that she got was good. So
Yeah, girl.
I think that's awesome.
That is awesome and a great segue. Signal What You Sell is the summer series that our Erica in the Garden State, and where I was going with that is since Tyler is the rose capital of the world, and we always go every week to the rose capital of the world,
Yes.
to be able to go to the Garden State every week now and visit with Erica, I'm just thinking we have like, I don't know, a little horticulture experience. Anyway, Erica, are you there? And you are on mute. Ah! Well,
Filling time.
Evan's like on his end, it's good. Why don't we come back to us and you disconnect and come back in? It's that age old rule of turn it off and turn it back. Oh, wait a minute. Say it again. There.
Thing?
Yes, hello.
Hello. I felt like we should do a little flashback to 2020.
Yeah, let's not. It's good to see you, Erica.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What's going on in New Jersey? What good do you have to tell us?
You know, you told me the good. That was such an awesome thing to hear from Hannah. So thank you for sharing that, Hannah and Jason. That made my day completely because the first thing on my list for what's up next week is Signal What You Sell week 4. Can you believe it? 4 out of 10 weeks already. We are just trucking
Already.
through.
We're flying by.
But
Flying by.
how about that 10? It's a 10-part series.
I think that is super cool.
I think it's super cool. And over Signal What You Sell, the biggest thing that can have an impact on your business is making sure that people know what you're about, what you want to sell, and attracting more of the right customers. So, I mean, kudos to anybody who is participating in it. But Erica, you motivated Hannah to make that video, and it
That
made a difference.
Makes me happy. I'm really excited about that. And
So
we're
you
asking
can
people
you can
to
take that
fly-
victory lap.
Maybe on week 11. But we are asking people to really look at their businesses. I was asking, what are your objectives for 2024? So this is big plans here, big plans that we're going through in Signal What You Sell. And if you're missing it live, it is available on Pro. So don't worry, you don't have to be deprived. You can catch up. So join us every Tuesday for Signal What You Sell.
I'm glad you
happening on Tuesday-
said that because anytime we say that there is going to be a session about anything, there's like 15 people that ask, "Will it be recorded? Will it be recorded?" It's in Pro.
It's in Pro.
So catch up if you haven't been doing it. Catch up and
Catch
join the
up.
fun.
That's right. You know what's also happening on Monday?
What?
Or this is happening on Monday. Velma's having a conversation. Speaking of Nate, you name dropped Nate earlier. Velma's having a conversation with Nate on Monday.
Oh, very nice.
I can't wait
Yes.
to see that. That's going to be pretty cool. Also on Tuesday, we are having the Dream Makers call. So Tuesday, Dream Makers. Special invitations happen for that.
Yeah. So, but we can't talk about it. I mean, it's not. You can be
That's it.
invited.
I will.
But it's still a secret group. If you like the magic of Disney destinations and you've gotten your College of Disney knowledge or you're up to date on it, then you can go search for Dreammakers. We have tested it. Just search Dreammakers, and the application is right there. Sign up. You will get an invitation to join our Dreammakers, a very cool group that is focused around building their business around Disney destinations. And this is not presentational. This is not updates from the parks. It is not. This is people at all different levels of their business life cycle sharing best practices, and just inspiring each other. Spreading, what is it? Pixie dust. You know what, Evan? I need pixie dust. Like, I need a...
A wand?
Not that sound, but yes. So yeah, search Dream Makers, but it is like once you have to apply, and you have to make sure that you have gotten your college of knowledge, your college of knowledge. Yeah, you know what I meant. You know, Donald Duck Day. Yeah, so that's on Tuesday, and it's super fun. And Erica is there with Christine from Disney Destinations. So
Guess who's joining us on Tuesday? We have a special guest.
Donald Duck.
Oh. Who?
Our very own Alan Granza is going to be
very
a
nice.
guest and talk about his recent experience at Disneyland Resort.
Cool.
Very cool. You know, so while I was in Los Angeles, somebody who I've known for a while and has been in travel for a very long time, she said she had never been to Disneyland. And so she was going to take advantage of her time there and go to Disneyland. And I remember that. Have you been to Disneyland?
Once, yes.
One time for me, and it was like 1982. I think it's probably changed a little bit since
I went
then.
more recently than that. but
Okay, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I can't. That's going to be exciting. I can't wait to hear all about Alan's experience.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
what else?
excited.
What else is on deck?
Oh, there's so many things. So, guess what's coming out from our friends at Travel Leaders next week? So, they're doing 2 different cruise sessions: elevate your cruise business, and then the benefits of booking cruise space. So, I like both those sessions back to back. Those are happening on Tuesday and Thursday. And you know what else is going on Thursday for all our people in the Atlanta area? Our very close friend Greer at Abercrombie and Kent is hosting an event at the Kimpton. So if you guys are in the Atlanta area, check that out on Pro as well.
Yeah. So all the details.
And oh my gosh, I almost forgot.
Oh.
I almost forgot one. Sorry. Scott is going to be here on Wednesday for a power talk. I nearly forgot about the most important one. Scott is from, oh my gosh.
Scott's feeling a lot of love right now.
Oh my God, Scott, I'm so sorry. Scott is from,
Okay, Erica, we're so excited.
Paul Gauguin. Sorry.
Paul Gauguin.
Yes, I'm so sorry, Scott and Paul
There's,
Gauguin.
yeah, Erica, sorry, there are a lot of Scotts, so there was nothing I could do. At least Greer is unique, and I could
That's
say.
right. I'm sorry. Well, now we're really just digging ourselves a hole here. Sorry,
That was-
Scott. And you don't even have a unique enough name. Oof.
Oh, poor
See,
Scott.
but you know what?
Joshua is
that was
criticizing
Scott.
the
Don't
uniqueness of
fret,
your
Scott.
name.
That was totally intentional. She just wanted to get everyone's attention, so that when
That's
she
right.
did the big reveal, everyone was on their edge of their seat, like, "Oh my God, is she gonna get it?" And then boom,
Yeah.
Paul Gauguin. Now everyone's
I
got
got
it in
it.
their brain. Paul
That's
Gauguin
right.
next week.
You will not forget that one. So I
Right?
hope to see you all there.
So
Yes.
very clever tactic, Erica.
Yeah, it was so tactical.
That's right.
It was so strategic there.
So
Oh my gosh,
strategic. I'm full of strategery.
Yeah, and tomfoolery as well. No, lots on tap, but obviously, the Signal What You Sell series, you got summer school summer school is in session.
That's right.
And if you do the work, you're going to have a phenomenal 2023 and beyond. So please, please, please check that out and keep on bringing us the good stuff, Erica.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Have a great Friday.
You have a great weekend. I'm gonna top you. Have a great rest of June. All right, take care.
Thanks,
we'll see you
Erica.
next week.
Bye, guys.
Like,
Oh, Evan was like,
Hung
and
out.
you've been, yeah. Your segment has been cut. What's going on over in the chat?
We have this. This is the summer of Europe, I think is what it's fair to say.
Oh, well,
have-
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we have, a good amount of cruise happening, but a lot of Italy, Greece, England. Let's see here. We have, Caribbean and Hawaii, of course. A little bit of Asia. But Amsterdam, Paris, London, Greece, Italy, Switzerland, and South Carolina. That was from Sarah Cantor.
Sarah, way to go. Way to go. She was
She
like,
said-
let's keep it real.
She's never sold so much Europe.
Really?
It is, and I think we are seeing very similar things to what I'm reading and hearing from people. Is again, it's somewhat similar to the cruise story, right? You had several years where one of the few places you could go was Florida or Mexico, Caribbean. Now, then you couldn't go on cruises, you couldn't go to Europe, so now we're seeing a bunch of people they're going to cruises and to Europe and other international destinations, and some of those Caribbean, Mexico destinations aren't they're still popular, right? But they're not seeing the huge year-over-year growth that those others are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I find it fascinating. We've talked about it before, but Virgin Voyages, they launched the cruise line and then they can't sail, and all this is going on, and now they are just on fire, and everybody that goes, or everybody that I've talked to, they're people who say that I would never like a cruise. And I loved it. And even somebody I know, they had a company meeting on Virgin Voyages, and they were out until 3. This is not their normal lifestyle.
Right.
And then they said they felt like college students, like having to get up and go in at 8 a.m. to learn something. But they had so much fun. And I just thought that was so exciting. So kudos to Virgin Voyages for delivering an experience that...
Yeah.
That it took us a while to actually get to experience it, but people are loving it.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, do you have some headlines? Because
I do. Is it that time already? Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Before we jump into headlines.
Okay.
We did have a question. Someone was asking about the Diamond Voyage and the Diamond Getaway.
see, I was going to do that at the end.
Oh, you okay? Well,
Yeah.
then stay tuned for those of you.
No,
curious
no,
about
it's
that.
okay.
No.
No.
We're gonna wait,
no.
Joshua.
No. We jumped ahead and we talked about World. So yeah. So Evan does keep us prepared with our cards. He prints these out, so they're so top quality here. But
I have this in the 5 to 15 minute segment that we talk about that.
I know we got a little distracted with your Las Vegas flight. It
So
kind
it's
of
my
took us
fault.
off.
It's my fault.
It did.
See, that's how that goes, folks. When
so,
things go off the rails, it's my fault.
So this week we're back to our Crown Call, which is one of the benefits of becoming a part of our Crown Jewels, which are top producing agents.
Yep.
And that's based on hitting certain revenue requirements in the previous year, or kind of that. How am I going to say that? Hitting that mark even.
In the current year.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was easy. Anyway, so it's constantly being updated, and anyway, we hadn't been doing the Crown Call, which is just really a call for all of these top producing agents to kind of talk to each other, say what's up, share some knowledge with each other. So very happy to have those back on deck the first Wednesday of every month. Thank you guys for attending it, who did attend, and it was their first time because
Exciting.
They hit that mark. So very, very excited about that. One of the things we did talk about is the Diamond Voyage, which is our annual cruise, very special experience. This year it's with the Amacerto, Amsterdam to Amsterdam, Belgium, Holland. Yeah. I keep forgetting there's one other.
Day trip to Bruges.
Bruges, right? Our Black Diamonds, the invitation went out, but we were doing an update just to make sure we got everybody where their status was as of the end of April. That I just got that information, so all the rest of the Crowns and the Diamond Club will be getting their invitations to come, and hope you can join us. It's going to be a good time,
fun.
and it's going to be as much fun as this hour right here, but stretched out and in Holland, in Bruges.
Yes.
That was a perfect sound effect. And for those of you who
That's gonna
are
be awesome.
and that's going to be in November. And then our getaway, our getaway is the 7th through the 10th in December, and that there are no details, so don't email about it. No details yet. Those dates are firm, but no details yet. As soon as we have those, you will hear about it, and it will be in World Via Pro. And all of the events, I was trying to get that in when Erica was talking. She was talking about the different days, but you can find out all the details and either how to register or how to watch recordings, things like that, in World Via Pro under Learn and Events. You can see the whole calendar of everything that we think you should know about, and especially that Atlanta visit. So anyway, there we go.
Fantastic.
Headlines. Doing it so right on.
So Italy is back and bigger than ever, right?
I know, because of White Lotus.
Oh, I can't say the song. Oh,
I don't remember the song. That did not stand out to me. But yes, White
what?
Lotus.
You don't remember the song?
No, I know you had it as your phone ring, and
Okay.
yeah,
Anyway, so Italy's back, right? And there's some news that our friends at Palace Hotels and Resorts have acquired Baglioni Hotels.
Baglioni.
Which, if you're not familiar with Baglioni, they're pretty nice hotels. Pretty high end. I know you like luxury, Joshua.
I am all about luxury.
They have locations across Italy, locations in London and the Maldives, and we met some of the folks from Baglioni.
We did. So
about a month ago.
yeah, and this is not a facade. This is me all the time. And so basically, Jacqueline from Palace introduces these lovely people from Baglioni.
There were several of them.
Yeah, there were
was
a lot
a
of them.
entourage.
It was like the Italians. They're everywhere. Anyway, so the first thing out of my mouth is, so do you guys do one kiss or two kiss on the cheeks? And it was two kisses,
Two.
and then sometimes three. It depends on what part of Italy and how you're feeling that day. So demonstrate. I was like, I was trying to work it out while I was in at the awards, because you're all dressed up.
Have you incorporated that into your?
I've tried to, right?
Your
So I
mystique.
was all dressed up in I had a Mandarin jacket, suit, and kind of like a periwinkle.
So is that kind of like a kimono? I need to.
Nope. I've got it in my office. I can
Separate
I'll
from
go
the
put it
kimono.
on and
Okay,
show
just,
you.
you know.
We'll have a little dress up afterwards. But no. So I was trying to do the kiss, and Americans really struggle with this. Man, when I went to try to go for the second kiss, it was like,
They're like, whoa, what are you doing?
yeah, just steady.
Stop.
And it's not even, and you're not supposed to actually kiss. You're just supposed
kinda
to
like,
cheat.
yeah, it's like-
You make the sound. That's what we learned from Baglioni. So
I
I'm
tell
sure
you-
their hotels are pretty nice, but
I gotta say, so it was really a pleasure to meet with them.
yes.
But I'm trying to remember a meeting where I felt so woefully unstylish
Oh, gotcha.
as that, because all these three ladies were dressed to the nines, and and some just understated. Like it was just like
Yeah.
sophisticated, stylish, and I'm just like, man, you make this look so easy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
gosh,
And you're just in a black sweater or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably was.
No,
Anyway, so that's exciting.
Not to drag out this story, but you know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that,
What?
because they were not over accessorized.
No, it was
It
just-
looks like they probably came over with a backpack, and they just
Yeah,
just
they're fabulous.
Yeah, fabulous. Like
Get off the plane and
yeah, and
fabulous.
all I could think to do is say, "Do you do one kiss or two kisses?" That's what I heard. Anyway.
But cool product there. Let's see. Look, we've been talking about it for a while. Americans are traveling. So Allianz did a survey, and This will be a huge summer. Expectation for $214 billion in sales. That's the first time since they've been doing the survey for 15 years that it's going to be more than 200 billion. So that's 10% over last year, and a whopping. I knew we've grown a lot since 2019, and frankly, we stopped comparing for a while there after the pandemic. We're like, well, what is it compared to 2019? Because that was the last normal year.
Right.
Well, we stopped doing that because it's kind of irrelevant.
Whatever.
111% more than 2019. I was like, wow.
Wait a minute. So not 11%.
111%.
111%.
That means more than double. Yes.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
So hey, travel's happening. Another thing, I know you like luxury.
I love luxury.
You got to get them in here. Our friends at Explora,
Yes.
they are partnering with Rolex
Oh.
to have the first onboard Rolex boutique.
Oh gosh. That's going to be like me at the Effie store on the Prima. I got to ring the bell.
Colette's they're launching a new Spotlight on Northern Italy product. That'll be in 2024. That sounds pretty interesting. You can tour around the Prosecco wine area. You can visit Treviso for 7 nights, which is the birthplace of tiramisu. Do you like tiramisu?
See, I thought you read that wrong. I was like, I really think that says tiramisu.
Different line.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
totally different line there. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I do not like tiramisu, but it sounds like a cool trip.
I know. I love the name of it.
Right, it's fun to say, but
Yeah.
not so much to eat.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
It's kind of like cafeteria dessert. Like you're just like, is that just pudding? Like I don't know.
Okay, so lots of cool things. You can tour through the Dolomites, cable car ride in Cortina, which is where the Winter Olympics will be in 26. So that sounds very cool. What else do we got here? Last week we talked about the MSC ship and their zero emission sailing. Hurtigruten this week said they're coming out with a fully electric zero emission ship, and the renderings have these. Have you seen this?
No.
They have these kind of look like smokestacks, but they're giant solar panel sails that with the smokestacks kind of like extend and the
No
sails come
way.
out of it.
Okay. Is that not something from like Mad Max or something like
Yes,
that?
it's
like
very
that's
futuristic
totally
looking.
wow.
So that's pretty cool.
So my friend Julia from
Yeah.
Hurtigruten, she is sailing on. I don't know where she's sailing. I just
yeah?
watched a quick. She did a quick tour of her room,
Uh-huh.
and I was pretty impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm impressed with their product,
Yeah.
but the ship that she's on is gorgeous. So I wish I knew
Yeah.
the name of it.
Our
probably couldn't
friends at
pronounce it.
Royal are also testing biofuels. So everyone's kind of getting into the zero emission game there. For those of you looking to get, or clients looking to get to the Caribbean from the New York area, and you're looking for a little deal, JetBlue is now flying from New York to St. Kitts, which is a lovely island, I think.
Which is yes.
for $200
No
round
way.
trip. That to me sounds like a deal. So I thought that was pretty cool.
But does it cost more for us to get there from Atlanta?
Oh yeah. Well, on JetBlue you can't do that.
Well,
So
yeah,
I looked.
that's
That
true.
was my like you know.
Because you've actually said that you enjoy St. Kitts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing, wildfires, right? It's not really a headline so much as a prompting. This is something, parts of the country we see wildfires every year now.
Mm-hmm.
How are you using that to offer travel insurance?
Oh, interesting.
And just making, that part of your conversation with clients. That's just something to think about. This is maybe my favorite story of the week, and I wish we had more time to talk about it. I read an article about all the weird room service items that people ask for. And some of them were diet water. It's kind of funny. Melted ice cream. A little weird. One person requested that room service bring them a blowfish. Because, everyone needs that in their hotel room. Yeah! But I'm curious, and we don't have time today, but next week in the chat, I'd love to know what weird requests have your clients given you? Not for room service items, but just weird things that they've asked you for. I know you've got great ones. So next week at Weekly Chatter, drop those in.
But PG or
Oh.
like I don't want any
Yes.
I'm sorry. we've heard about some requests that come through. So please share.
What's the strangest thing you've asked for at a hotel? Because I know.
No, well, the only thing I will say that I did, it was more of a request that was unrealistic, but we do a little thing called Travel Quest World each year, and I am known to overpack because I like to be more inspired in the moment of what I'm going to wear.
Right.
But I asked the cabin attendant to steam 6 duffel bags of clothes, but it needed to be done within 3 hours because that's when I would need to make a choice. So, but I didn't prepare for that. So they steamed my underwear too. So like everything got steamed. But anyway, all right. Well, that is time for this
I wish
week.
I could talk about that for another hour, but thank you all.
We can have an after show. There can always be an after show. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. And Evan, got to give you mad props. Thank you so much for doing such a good job with the show. And we also have to give a shout out to our Paul, because our Paul has been, they're constantly working on upgrading the show, and he's been behind the scenes too working. So big thank you to both of you.
Thanks, guys.
And thank you guys for tuning in live. And if you're watching this on demand, please, again, thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you know when we're going to go live, 4 p.m. Eastern on Fridays. That's Jason. I'm Joshua. Bye, y'all.
Love you.